everybody, it's 3:30 on Tequila Tuesday, and what was today's debacle? Today's debacle was I typed up the recipe for you guys and myself to follow, and I went to the printer and it had no paper, and I tried to get in my office and my husband was on a conference call, so I came back down and I emailed it to him thinking he can print it. He never got it. Hi, Amy. And then I got paper, and then we had no toner. So fast forward, now I'm here. It is a little after 3:30, and we have some beautiful grilled peaches. Okay, so we're calling this episode Grillin and Chillin, and we are gonna let's start with our cocktail first. Let's start with our just peachy. Okay, so for this, we're gonna take the grilled peaches. So what I did is I washed and dried 2 peaches, but no, 3 peaches. One of them is gonna be used for the appetizer. So then I quartered them. Every other recipe says to half them and just leave them on the grill, but because I wanna use them for garnishes and I wanna use them for bruschetta, I want them grilled on all sides, so I actually quartered them. I didn't dip them in brown sugar. I didn't drizzle honey or anything else on them. I literally just cleaned my grill really well this morning and then put some avocado oil spray just so I thought that would help it not stick. They didn't stick. They're not the prettiest things in the world, but they smell and taste delicious. So you want to, if you want to do it in your pan, you can do it, just put a little bit of olive oil, get it really hot. You won't have the pretty grill marks, but you'll still have the sugar in the peach. I forget what they call it. Oh geez, I just remembered. See, if I don't write anything down, I forget everything. It caramelizes it, just like pineapple would on the grill, which I did after the peaches were done for dinner. But anyway, so we're gonna start with our grilled peaches. So I put them on my little grill and I did them for 2 to 3 minutes per side. And that's it. And try to spray something if you can. You can brush them with the tiniest bit of olive oil if you want. I didn't have the time, so I didn't bother. So we are going to do right in here. I'm gonna try the magic bullet instead of pulling out my blender because I don't feel like it. So for the 1 drink, you need 2 ounces of puree. You can peel if you like. I'm not peeling. I'm gonna add the mushy ones. Just gonna take about that much, and I'm gonna try it. And if I have to add a little water, that's probably, you know what? I'm just gonna add a little, like a tablespoon, just to get them mushed up, because they probably would puree better if they had no skins, but. Okay, so while our peaches, yes, I have my bathing suit on. Ready? We're gonna head down to the beach for dinner, and that's why I thought, oh, let me make everything ahead. Let me make everything ahead and let me get ready. And by the time everyone's done work and conference calls and my son gets home, we'll be done. All right, gotta get my cocktail shaker. All right, here we are. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 ounces of peach puree. This is 1 ounce. And again, I'm using this measurer just because I want to be exact. I don't want it to be too peachy. Well, I mean, I want it to be peachy, but I want it to be the right amount. Okay, so into our cocktail shaker for 1 cocktail, let me add a little bit more. I put 2 ounces of the grilled peach puree. And then, of course, we're gonna add 2 ounces of tequila. Now, I know I always say use the silver, and in this case, you totally can use silver, but I have the reposada, and just because it reminds me of a bourbon, I know it would go with peaches, so hoping it adds a little extra flavor. All right, so 2 ounces of peach puree, 2 ounces of tequila, and then 1 ounce of our tried and true triple sec. Can use, I think in this, I just don't have it, would be Cointreau, which is the fancier orange liqueur. This is just the $6 liquor store special. But yes, orange liqueur, Cointreau or Grand Marnier would be beautiful in this one if you want to step it up a notch. Now let's talk about our simple syrup I'm using for this recipe. I'm gonna try it. I hope it's good. If I don't like it, I'm making one. It'll still go, but the next one, maybe I'll just put regular simple syrup. So this is, oh, it smells great. Basil and lime simple syrup. Yes, you heard that correct. Basil and lime simple syrup mixed with the peaches. Sounds great. What I did was, very quickly this morning, I took a 1/4 cup. Again, you can just triple, quadruple this recipe if you're making a batch. I'm just making a few cocktails because it's Tuesday and we have work to do this week. Hi, Kathy. I took a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Again, most of the time for our simple syrup, my girlfriend Noelle pointed out too, we always use white sugar. You can use the brown sugar because we're doing it with peaches. So I always just think brown colored, reposada, the bourbon, the peaches, the Grillin. It's all a level of smokiness. I don't know if the brown sugar will add a level of anything to it, but I'm sick of using the white, so I did a 1/4 cup of the brown sugar. And a lot of recipes usually use half of the water, but I started out with 1/3 of the cup because I knew 1/4 wasn't gonna do anything. And I had the heat on high. I used my plastic whisk, and in like 2 seconds, basically everything dissolved. I just like to get it a little bubbly so then I know that it reduces a little bit. And then you move it off the heat, turn off the heat, move the pot off the burner, and I added 10 basil leaves. You don't have to chop them, just wash them and throw them in because you're gonna be straining them out anyway. And then I added I think it was 1/8 of, of a cup of fresh lime juice, and I just mixed it together. Once it cooled a little bit, you know, you don't want to put hot in the fridge, so once it cooled a little bit, I covered it, put it in the fridge. Oh no, yeah, I let it sit out for an hour, sorry. 15 minutes to an hour, let it sit with the basil and the lime juice in it, and then strain it out into